The trading card game genre of anime has always been a beloved pastime for its fans, but gets criticized for its storytelling. Shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX certainly had memorable characters, epic rivalries, and iconic dialogue, but the complexity of their plots can be a subject of debate. However, on July 24th, 2008, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise would introduce their new protagonist, one who brought a fresh perspective to the series. A character whose journey of self reflection, acceptance, and forgiveness would touch the hearts of many new and veteran fans. Ladies and gentlemen, enter Yusei Fudo. Yusei Fudo is the central character of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, a story set in a world ravaged by a failed science experiment aimed at obtaining clean energy. Following his life, we get to see him go from the satellite and rise to a global hero as we follow him and his friends encounter many trials and tribulations. From betrayal, the influence of dark powers, and futuristic AI technology, all of which Yusei and his friends must confront to save their world. Born in the satellite, an impoverished wasteland plagued by poverty and corruption, Yusei grows up to be a noble and heroic figure in his community. He is selfless, protective of humanity, and fiercely loyal to his friends. His genius dueling style, considerable skill, and his cool and clever personality earn him the respect and trust of many characters we see in the show. In Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, a narrative deeply intertwined with the themes of classism, privilege, and the power to change one's destiny, Yusei emerges as arguably the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Character of all time. His journey is marked by personal growth, penance, and a commitment to doing what's right, making him an exceptionally relatable character for audiences in the real world. In today's video, we're going to be looking at his themes, deck, and playstyle to determine what he would play if he was in Cardfight Vanguard, the anime. Yusei's signature deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series is a junk deck, a deck utilizing monsters with junk in their card names to swarm the field to accomplish various tactics based on the situation. While some may argue that his strategies have become predictable due to the repetitive use of certain cards, Yusei's genius lies in his ability to quickly analyze his opponent's tactics and adapt his strategy on the fly. He can make the most out of the cards he has on hand, turning seemingly random combinations into winning plays. His adaptability in the middle of a duel is unrivaled, showcasing the best battle IQ among duelists of his time. Thematically, Yusei's deck features a mix of warrior and machine type monsters with a strong emphasis on junk themed cards like Junk Synchron and Junk Warrior. These cards individually are weak in terms of attack points or level, but Yusei combines them innovatively to create powerful tactics. He also incorporates recycling cards, allowing him to retrieve cards from his graveyard and reuse their effects. Yusei's deck doesn't have a defining card or strategy. Instead, it revolves around the synergy of various monsters working in unison. His playstyle, overall, is about swarming the field with weak monsters to set up combos and later stage power plays. His iconic Stardust Dragon becomes his ace card later in the series, especially after retrieving it from his rival Jack Atlas during the Grand Prix finals. Other noteworthy cards in his deck include Junk Warrior, Shooting Quasar Dragon, Nitro Warrior, Drill Warrior. All of these cards are complementing to the theme of dragons, machines, and warriors. Now that we have seen Yusei's deck and playstyle and have broken it down, let's talk about the clan options I believe would be best for him. Considering Yusei's thematic deck elements of warriors, machines, and dragons, One might think he would fit well with clans like Gear Chronicler or Nova Grappler in the Cardfight Vanguard anime. These clans incorporate similar themes but showcase them uniquely. Nova Grapplers, with their cyberpunk and futuristic motif, align with Yusei's deck theme as they don't follow a strict race or theme in their card design. This aligns with Yusei's strategy of utilizing diverse cards and combining them into a cohesive strategy. Gear Chronicle, on the other hand, offers a steampunk aesthetic with gears and factory outfits, and their use of grade 4 units in the main deck could be parallel to Yusei's evolution of Stardust Dragon into more powerful forms. However, another intriguing option that deviates from the expected choices is Royal Paladin's Seeker Thingsaver Dragon. Now hold on, I know I've done it again, but let me explain. While Royal Paladins lack many machine type cards, they have an array of Dragon and Warrior G units and main deck units to use. Seeker Thingsaver Dragon and Blaster Blade Seeker represent a legion between dragons and warriors, bridging Yusei's thematic elements seamlessly. This choice may not follow the exact thematic alignment of Yusei's deck, but it offers a unique gameplay possibilities and a fresh perspective on his card battles in the Vanguard world. Alright folks, here it is. This is Yusei's Seeker Thingsaver Dragon deck. Now this is the first deck on the What If series that we introduce a G zone that contains cards that use G units and G Guardians. These are unique to the G era of Vanguard, but we are bringing it into this era as the extra deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is a huge thematic element to the story. Now for the main deck, a lot of these cards are a lot of warriors and focus on the main dragons. Seeker Thingsaver Dragon is our win condition, and we have built our deck around surrounding cards that can swarm the field and build soul up to use it. Yusei is a very clever duelist, and I believe that having a lot of cards in his deck that can turn one card into 3 or 2 would be really positive for him. Cards such as K and Bedivere that call themselves out and give you resources back for that is a great start there. Akane and Pongo being able to give you another body and soul to use your Seeker Thingsaver Dragon, another solid choice. And then a really solid option is cards such as Palamedes and the other resource management cards like Sisyphus and the grade 2 to counter charge. We also have a defensive option in this deck, as Yusei has a lot of defensive cards he can use over and over again to protect his units. The G zone contains G Guardians of diverse effects that provide defending skills that he can take advantage of, plus multiple powerful win conditions that are both warrior and dragons. Crystal Luster Dragon is the most infamous of Royal Paladin G units. This G unit's very powerful game-winning skill is what most decks in Royal Paladin nowadays have built their win condition around, and I believe one Yusei would take advantage of. If not, we have cards like Samuel to close out games, Saint Blow Dragon for extra pressure, and we have the finishing legendary 8 count face-up warrior grade 4 unit to use. I believe that with all of these cards incorporated in the deck, Yusei would enjoy playing something like this. He can swarm the field, build up his resources, and stay loyal to his deck's win condition and adapt to whatever strategy he needs to with the resource management cards he has, as well as the defensive unit he plays in his deck. There's a lot of variety here that can be taken, and a lot of choices that can be put in for his deck, but as I state for all What If deck profiles, this is not meant to be taken for the meta, this is best to fit the character. And I believe I did a splendid job with Yusei Fudo. In the end, Yusei Fudo's transition from Yu-Gi-Oh! To Cardfight Vanguard offers exciting possibilities, and his choice of Royal Paladin Seeker Thingsaver Dragon could bring a refreshing twist to his dueling adventures in a new card game universe. Regardless of the clan he selects, Yusei's adaptability, genius dueling style, and unwavering commitment to his ideals will continue to make him a beloved and iconic character in the world of trading card game anime. I am your host, Prime Vanguard. Thank you so much for staying tuned throughout the entirety of this episode of What If. Stay subscribed to the channel and see what else we have coming out for you. Y'all have a blessed day, card fighters. Peace.